The greatest writer in English history completely vanished for 7 years, and nobody knows where he went. William Shakespeare. You know the name. Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth. The man who invented over 1,700 words we still use today. But there's a massive hole in his life story. In 1585, Shakespeare was in Stratford upon Avon. He was 21, married to Anne Hathaway, and they just had twins. Historical records show he was there. Then, nothing. He completely disappears from all records until 1592, when he suddenly shows up in London as an established playwright and actor. That's 7 years with zero documentation. So, what was he doing? Historians have been arguing about this for centuries. Theory 1. He was a school teacher in Lancashire. There's a record of a William Shakespeare working for a Catholic family, and Shakespeare's father had Catholic sympathies. Theory 2. He was poaching deer from a local nobleman and had to flee town to avoid prosecution. This is a popular legend, but there's no real evidence. Theory 3, and this one's a bit wild. He was working as a spy for Queen Elizabeth I. During this period, Catholics were being persecuted in England, and the government used informants. Some scholars think Shakespeare's later knowledge of court politics suggests insider access. Theory 4. He joined a traveling theater company. This would explain how a guy from a small town suddenly became a theatrical insider in London. Here's what we do know. When Shakespeare reappears in 1592, he's not a beginner. A rival playwright named Robert Greene writes a bitter attack, calling him an upstart crow, suggesting Shakespeare was already successful enough to make enemies jealous. So whatever he was doing during those missing years, it transformed him from a small-town guy into one of London's rising theatrical stars. Maybe that's fitting, though. The man who created the most mysterious characters in literature. Hamlet's madness, Iago's motivations, the witches in Macbeth, has his own real-life mystery that we'll probably never solve. The greatest storyteller in history kept his own story secret.